Now that's what I'm talking about. What a way to bounce back, baby! 3 tough losses, 2 in the Euroleague, 1 in the Greek League against Panathinaikos on the weekend, and bang! Start of the double game week against Real Madrid, Barcelona, 2 of the toughest teams in the Euroleague, and we went at their throats at Real Madrid. We went at their throats like dogs. That fourth quarter, 10 points. We conceded 10 points in that fourth quarter. This entire season, our second halves have been abysmal. And boom, against one of the best teams in the EuroLeague, we concede 10 points. Like, we just went at them like bang, bang, bang. Destroyed them in that fourth quarter. That defense. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. That game was quite something. I mean, where do we start? Where do we start? Like, right, I've actually had to write this down in order to remember everything. So, shout out to some of the players because they turned the hell up. Vezenkov, right? So Vezenkov is man of the match. He has 23 points. He has a PIR of 25 because he's got like 8 rebounds and 4 assists. The thing with Vezenkov is he does his work so silently. You don't know how many points he's got. You don't know his rebounds. You don't know his assists. He sort of just pops up with like, hey, another 20 points. Here you go. His off-ball movement is incredible. He ends up with so many layups under the basket, usually off a pass from Fall when he's got it at the top of the key and then just dishes it down to Vezenkov. The thing is, because he does that silently, you don't really realize that he gets points because they're just backdoor screens and he's just cutting off behind. No one really realizes that it's Vezenkov that's scoring because it's not some huge three. And because most of the time you're just like, look at Fall's excellent pass, that you sort of forget that it's Vezenkov and it's his point. And then he gets to the end of the game and boom, he's got like 23 points. I mean, the thing is, Bartokas didn't play him in the fourth quarter for the first about 7 minutes, right? And that's when the end of the third and start of the fourth is when we turn the game around with Vezenkov dropping to the bench at the start of the fourth and Peters playing. And Peters had a really good game for the minutes that he played. I mean, how long did Peters play? Let me look at this here. He played 17 minutes, had 7 points, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and a PIR of 7. So I'll take that. I'll take that from my second power forward. Like, if he's shooting 2 of 3 from 3-point line, that's his job. Just be a consistent 3-point shooter, put the hustle in. And for the minutes that he played, he was a great Vezenkov replacement. So I didn't have an issue with Vezenkov resting at the start of the fourth, which I thought was a brilliant move by Bartokas because he came on fresh with 3 minutes to go and basically sealed the game. And the commentators on TV were saying how originally they were saying how they would have brought him on a little bit earlier, but we got that lead at the end right before with Vezenkov on the bench. We turned that game around with Vezenkov on the bench. And then when he comes on with 2.5 minutes, again, the EuroLeague commentators said, maybe this was like, obviously joking, a tactic from Bartokas to like make Real Madrid forget that Vezenkov exists and how he plays. And then boom, comes on, he drills the dagger. That was a dagger 3, really. That was what put the nail in the coffin. That 3 ended the game for us. And you saw the passion, you saw the relief the minute he just went, like the fist bump at the end. It was just, like you could just tell it meant a lot. Apart from Vezenkov, I feel like we have to give a special shout out to 2 other players, in my opinion. First of all, my guy, my favorite player, Shaquille McKissick. We share a birthday. We share passion for this game. And clearly we share a passion for Olympiacos because this man bleeds red, which obviously he bleeds red because that's human, but also bleeds red as in Olympiacos. McKissick turns up every single game. Like, this man, you just know what you're going to get from McKissick. You're going to get hustle. You're going to get passion. You're going to get drives. You're going to get consistent shooting this year. His 3-point is fixed up a lot. His free throws are fixed up a lot. He puts the work in, and he is, in my opinion, maybe the best 6-man we've ever had, because bringing that momentum off the bench, he changes the game. I mean, he was our second best player behind Vezenkov, right? He had, in 24 minutes, he had 15 points, 3 of 6 from three-point line. He shot 50%, right? Shaquille McKissick was our third best three-point shooter. He shot with a better percentage than Vezenkov. Only Walkup and, who I'm going to get to later, and Peters shot with a better three-point percentage than McKissick today. McKissick has fixed his three-point shooting brilliantly. I think he's shooting over 50% for the whole season so far, which is incredible considering he didn't have a three-point shot in his arsenal when he first signed for us. He was an explosive player, a drive player that just wanted to put the ball and drive. And he's fixed that. Incredible shooting. So, as we said, 15 points on 50% shooting, three from 6 from three-point line. He had 9 rebounds. So he finished with the most rebounds for our team, nearly with a double-double. And it was crazy because he was talking in the interview afterwards, saying how he used to complain that he wouldn't get rebounds, and boom, now he got 9 rebounds. 2 assists, 2 steals, and only 2 turnovers. And finished with a PIR of 21, just 4 below Vezenkov. Incredible performance. Like, this is what you want. Like, the passion. He is, in my opinion, top 5 best American players that have played for Olympiacos based on what he's given for this club. Right? Like what McKissick gives every single game, extraordinary. And his attitude is just exemplary. Every player needs to be like him. You never hear him complain. You never hear him do anything, like put a foot wrong with his personality. He is the epitome of a professional, and props to him. Like mega ratings. I've been a fan of McKissick ever since that first game against Panathinaikos 5-6 years ago. And honestly, like my favorite player. I've even reached out to him to get one of his jerseys signed, but haven't got a reply on that yet. But hopefully one day. Huge McKissick fan club over here. And third and final shout out that I've got to give is to Walkup, because I think he was the one that kept us in the game right when we were faltering. He got 12 points, of which 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and both of his threes were huge, shooting 66% from the three, something you don't really associate with him for the season as a player. And I think he's shooting high 30s, maybe low 40s for the season, which again is not something that you expect from Walkup. But Madrid were giving him, they were going under the screen and they were giving them a shot. So he took it and he punished them, because if you're not going to take those shots, they're going to sag off you and they're going to play tight defense on the other shooters. So you have to take those shots and you have to drop them, and he fucking made them. So as we were saying, 12 points, 2 of 3 from three-point line. He had 1 rebound, 4 assists, only 1 turnover in 23 minutes. Only 1 turnover in 23 minutes for your main point guard. Fucking beautiful. Well, I mean, and a PIR 15. So yeah, statistically, our third best player behind Vezenkov and McKissick. And I didn't look at these statistics before suggesting that these are my 3 top players. I mean, obviously Vezenkov, his stats speak for themselves, but the work that McKissick and Walkup did was brilliant. And again, 2 players that are exemplary professionals, and they're exactly what a team like Olympiacos needs, and they always bring it. One way or another, they're there. So overall, some hiccups. Offensively, we struggled. There were issues offensively. There was a lot of missed layups, a lot of in and outs, a lot of players that didn't perform today. But we're not gonna shame anyone today. We're just gonna praise the ones that were excellent. We're gonna praise the team as a whole, because we got a huge win against arguably the 3rd/4th favorite to win it, outside of us, the Vazelis, and Fenerbahce, and Barcelona, who started the season really well. Real Madrid are the favorites, and they have a stacked roster, and it's what we were saying on the Patreon group, on the Patreon WhatsApp group. This is your shout out. Join the Patreon WhatsApp group, because we were saying this: you keep them to under 70 points, you win. And one of our patrons at the start of the 4th quarter was like, "Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep them under 70 because they've got 59 at the end of 3." And we did. We only conceded 10 points because that defense tightened the fuck up. Right. So overall, very, very happy. Great way to bounce back after 3 difficult losses. And Bartokas spoke about how we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna chat as a team. The fans were there. The fans turned the fuck up. They were there, and you saw the support they gave the team. You saw the support they gave Bartokas when he came onto the court. And that's what we need. Not just Gate 7, the whole stadium. We need that support. This basketball team thrives off that support. And so we moved to 3-3 for the season. Real Madrid dropped to 3-3. So we've got 3 wins at home, 3 losses away from home, which is irritating. But at least we're keeping SEF as a fortress, and the away wins are going to come. And then we go into the Barcelona game on Thursday. Barcelona top of the league so far, 5 wins, 1 loss. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think we've got them. I said it at the start of this game, again in the Patreon group. If you're not in it, join up from as little as $1. I said it at the start of the game. We're going to win tonight, and we fucking did. Let's see what happens on Thursday, but very, very happy with today's performance, and hopefully this is a good kickstart for the rest of the season. Vamos Olympiacos.